Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Teen Wolf. This is episode 7 of season 3. Hopefully guys are enjoying the series so far. I think the last episode was the best of the season. I really enjoyed it. It didn't have high action and lots of fast-paced things going on like the previous 5 episodes, which have been great, and 2 thumbs up from me. I feel like this season has started off so good, but last episode it was more of information, and it was twists and turns, and you was guessing and what's going on, and is somebody dying? I didn't know what's happening. That was all of last episode. I went through the emotional roller coaster, mate. I didn't know what was happening. It was so good. Obviously they were still on the bus, like we seen Scott from the episode before. He was still injured and stuff, and they ended up pulling into a motel because the school couldn't get anywhere, and he was trying to get to the meet, and he had to stop over for the night. Well, this place, yeah, is haunted. I don't know what's going on. There was 198 suicides have happened in this location. We also seen back in 1977 like a werewolf come and transition in one of the rooms. Now when we was here, we seen the werewolves, they started to kind of be possessed. Scott, while Alison was in the shower, walked over to her and he was staring at her while she was in the shower. He couldn't really like comprehend or say or understand what he was doing there. When he woke up, he was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing here. You know, Boyd, he was possessed. He was at the vending machine just tapping the numbers, and when his thing didn't come out, he just smashed it. Then Styles come over and robbed a few little bits of candy, you know, my guy. And then obviously we had Isaac as well. He was hearing voices, he was hearing his dad shouting at him, he getting under the bed, he was cowering. Even Boyd, yeah, went and got a big safe and lay underneath water. He pretty much drowned himself. He filled the bath up, lay in it, dropped the safe on him, and pretty much was killing himself. Scott as well, outside, poured petrol on the floor, lit a flare, and he was holding it. He was getting ready to set it on fire. It's like, what the hell? We had one of the twins. He went into one of the rooms that was under construction, picked up a big circular saw, and he was going to cut himself. It was only until Lydia ran over and pushed him that he fell and kind of like zapped himself on a bit of heat that like shocked him up. And that is when they realised that shocking him with fire or whatnot is what brings him back into reality. Boyd, he was drowning. They couldn't get the safe off him. They wasn't strong enough. They ran to the bus. They got the flares. They come in. They hit him with a flare. They hit Isaac with a flare. Scott had a flare, but he didn't actually get zapped, you know. Styles got through to him. He was like, you're my brother, you know, you're not worthless. He was going through Scott. He was like, maybe it's best if we end it. Before this happened, there was nothing. It's best if we go back that way. Styles was saying, you're not nothing, you're my brother, we're family, you know, you've always got me. Emotionally got to him. And then he ended up throwing the flare. Now what's interesting is the flare just missed the petrol, but it rolled into it, and as it rolled into it, an explosion happened. Everybody dived on the floor. The flames come up, and it was like a Grim Reaper body screaming, laughing inside that only Lydia could see. It's like, what the hell is going on? It's so exciting. I really enjoyed it. It was a mad episode. It was really good. Hopefully today's episode is just as good, you know. Even Derek, you know, he was getting some action with the teacher. You know, she brought him back to his place because he was all slashed up. She was trying to help him out. He wasn't healing. You know, she said, you got no bandages? He said, I know, mate, I don't usually need them. And then, obviously, later on in the episode, they started kissing. He was going for it. He was in bed. Derek started to heal. So I'm interested to see how she reacts when she wakes up this morning or leaves or whatever's. And he's like, mate, last night I just seen you with deep gashes and now you've got not even one mark. What's going on there? Going to be well good. Thanks for clicking on today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump in to episode 7 of season 3 of Teen Wolf.
Okay, keep pressure on it. The doctor is on her way. And does anyone know where Dr. Hilliard is? I'm starving.
Straight in for food after that.
I'm sorry. Thank you for bringing me dinner.
Miss, yes, excuse me, can I please have something for the pain?
Okay, I'm sorry, I know. But actually giving you something could complicate things.
Sometimes human contact can help with pain.
That's not going to absorb everyone's pain, is it, and help them all out?
Someone help me!
Oh.
What did you do to him? Nothing. He said he was having chest pains and trouble breathing, but it just kept getting worse.
Mistletoe. Oh, he's been giving it out. Hey, look at that smooth butterfly.
He's gonna die, isn't he?
No, he's not. Scott, you grab the tape. You grab those scissors and cut his shirt open.
Hey, check this, mate. Well, interesting start. She's crashing. She's not even looking at the road. Oh, is that this? What is going on? Size on that needle, it's absolutely massive.
Thank you.
No problem.
She's buzzing. Haha, she's buzzing, mate. Get in there, son. This guy's realising that Scott's not actually bad. Look at him. Oh, it's that other doctor in it.
What is it?
Yo, does anybody know what's going on? Because I actually don't. I actually have no idea. Like, this guy, yeah, one of the twins, you'd think that he would be hating Scott, but he's actually just, like, well civil now. You know, like, Scott's actually helped him a few times, and he's probably thinking, you know what, Scott's not bad, actually. Like, you know, he might have to go through whatever his group, his clan, his pack wants him to do, but he's probably thinking Scott's actually not too bad. And also, what is this demony stuff that we're doing? You know, like, she just looked in the mirror and seen somebody screaming. As well, last episode, Lydia looked into the fire and seen somebody, and she also seen kind of faces inside the wood, the patterns. It's interesting. What I do like is the fact that we've got the pack story, the Alpha Pack story as well. So it's like two of them, you know, Derek's, theirs, and this side one. This three, you know, it's not just one thing. So that's really exciting.
They were both in the car?
No, Dad, they're trying to tell you that it was two separate kidnappings, okay? Two doctors, both gone.
So whose car is this?
Dr. Hilliard.
What about Danny? He threw up mistletoe. It's not a coincidence. And if he hadn't been with Ethan, he probably would have died. Danny's not a healer.
There's Chris, mate, lurking in the shadows. Oh.
It means they're coming tonight.
Do you know what I like? When people tell you where they're going to be and they tell you that they're going to attack you. You know, what I liked in the originals when Dahlia turned up, she was like, look, mate, yeah, I'm going to take your kid. I want that kid. I'm coming after it. So, this is what's happening. You either hand the kid to me, I'm going to kill you all. And it's going to take place tonight at 7 o'clock. And it's going to take place in this location. So I'm going to be stood there waiting for you at 7. And I'm going to kill all of you and take your kid if you don't come and hand her over to me. I like it. Somebody who says they're going to come and tell you when they're doing it. It's really good.
Boys, what do you think you're doing?
We were watching over you. We wanted to make sure you weren't the third sacrifice.
But both of you were asleep. You're heroes. Wait, didn't you say that they were all doctors? I mean, I haven't had an MD recently attached to the end of my name, so I think I'm in the clear.
Yeah, but it could just come under any kind of healer, Mom. And you were definitely a healer last night.
As you all know, Mr. Harris is still missing. Anyway, I'm filling in while we all hope and pray for a more qualified substitute to take my place.
Any one of them could be next. Hey, Doc, sorry, I'm in class right now. Can I call you back later?
Oh, it could be. He's a healer.
Thought I might never have to burden you like this. I'm
No, man. I like how calm he is. What's up, Doc? I mean, you're getting attacked by moths or butterflies, whatever they are.
We're here to protect you. You're here to protect me? Well, I'm in trouble then.
How did you know?
Styles called me as soon as you left school. I need you to tell me everything.
Well, I'm a wolf. Do you know what I mean?
Colonel, keep coming. And anyone who steps foot in here, they'll get a pretty shocking surprise.
We have to tell him.
You mean like tell him? Or tell him something else that isn't telling him what I think you want to tell him?
You know what I mean?
It might
He has
help him,
no
you know.
clue
Yeah, it
what's
might
happening.
actually help him.
He's got people dying in his town, the town that he's supposed to protect.
Well, okay, look, I get that Deaton's been like a father to you. I get that. Okay, but this is... Scott, this is my actual father.
You're right.
No, I'm not. I'm not right. I'll tell him.
To be honest, it might actually help him because the guy's head's spinning all the time, isn't it? He's trying to figure out what's happening.
If you're going to find my brother, then you need to use the one person who might actually have an ability to seek out the supernatural.
Lydia. Oh, man.
Oh.
You don't have very good taste in guys, do you?
How old is she? Is she like old enough to be in school? She looks their age, but I never know with these shows. Is Derek supposed to be like 1 year older? Derek looks like he's 10. So I never know the age groups. But yeah, I always forget about her. She's back now. I think like I'd love it if she was implemented a little bit more because I feel like Derek's sister, who's been supposedly dead and now she's alive, would have a bit more impact. But you know, there's still so much time to go. We'll see.
Okay. Did she have ligature marks around her throat? I need you to take a look at the other body with me. I think I know how they both died, and I think it's gonna help you find Scott's boss.
Derek would like to kindly ask you to stop seeing Aiden. Which means that if I catch you with him again, I'm not going to pull the fire alarm. I'm going to pull your tongue out of your head. I said...
Let go. I said let go.
Imagine if that was Deucalion's stick and not a clock.
A Ouija board.
Also called a spirit board. And it's worth a shot. Where's Dr. Deaton?
Should Lydia not be asking him?
Thought we were asking some sort of spirit.
Well, do you know any spirits?
Is she for real?
It is him as well, I knew it.
Something tells me the tempo of your life has sped up considerably in the last few hours.
I'm not a psychic.
You're something, okay? Just, Lydia, put out your hand.
Yeah, what is it? What do you see?
No.
Nothing.
If you can take the cane away from me, I'll tell you exactly where he is.
That is so sick. Oh.
Carly is coming for him. So, there's a difficult choice you're about to face. Let the current guide you.
Is that Derek's house?
Lydia, what are you doing?
Oh, it's a tree again.
A tree? Honestly, I don't know why you've been bothering with me anyway. I mean, especially since it's obvious you should be talking to Danny.
The problem with no ligature marks around the neck is that both doctors were still asphyxiated.
Yo, the blood stopped
Just
flowing.
from struggling to hanging like that. That means that they would have to keep lifting their bodies up in order to breathe.
So you
Yo,
think
that's
Deep
mad.
is somewhere right now, hanging by his wrist?
Yo, I have just learned something brand new, mate. You can die by hanging without having the rope around your neck. I never even knew that. Like, that's interesting, you know? That's kind of saying that because he's hanging so far up, I don't know, he's consuming so much oxygen that he has to, I don't know, pull himself up to grasp some air because he's using it. I don't even know. I've just learned something new. I did not know that you could die that way, obviously. That's crazy. I mean, if you have enough strength, enough core strength, what you do is you would flip yourself upside down and wrap your legs around the rope, in it, kind of like he's hanging, kind of Spider-Man style. And then obviously that's possibly the best way, because right now all of his body, like, he's on his hands. You know, he flips it upside down and hugged like the rope. The weight, you know, all the weight would be, I don't know. That's what I would do anyway. I'll try to do. I ain't got no core strength to do that though.
Is this gonna kill him?
I hope so.
He wasn't supposed to be back yet.
What do I do? Where do I go?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Part of you is doing something.
Sorry. Yeah, totally.
That is just defo worse.
That's worse.
It's defo worse. It's defo.
Last time we were here talking, my dad put a book over it. There's something about the way he did it. It was like he was trying to cover it. He has a symbol for where someone was taken, and then a different mark for where the bodies are found. See?
Yes, Chris.
I think he knows where the bodies are going to be found.
Danny, you awake? Wow. What are you doing?
Not doing anything, Danny. This is just a dream.
Why would I dream about you going through my stuff?
I don't know that, Danny, okay? It's your dream. Danny was doing a project on something for Mr. Harris's physics class, and I think it actually means something. Telluric currents.
Isn't the light on that supposed to be on? What does it mean if it's not?
Someone caught the auxiliary power.
What do we do now?
We fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Do you know what he could do? Is he could have that little zapper thing that Chris had and that Kate had, and then when he come in, yeah, he jumps off and puts it in the water. All it needs is a current, you know. Might not have that one, but he can have this one. They can jump out onto the wood, zap it. She'll be bare feet. She always is. She's got a claw. She loves it. It's one of part of her weaponry, isn't it? With the 10 claws and the 10 in the, well, yeah, on her hands, 10 on her feet, and zip, zip, zip. Does a good kick and all that. She's a good fighter, her. So I'm interested to see her fight again. And it always looks good when you get in the rain and in the water, don't you? It's more impactful. You get smashed, all the water splashes everywhere. It gives a good effect.
Gonna be honest, Derek. When Ennis died, I thought to myself, I just go for it. And I remembered
how you surround yourself with these teenagers. You and me, Derek. Or they tear her apart.
I'm gonna rip your throat out with my teeth.
Okay, so what does this kid's homework have to do with finding Dee Dee?
Because it's not just homework.
Harris wasn't just a sacrifice, he knew something.
Now check this out. Allison's dad wasn't the only one with a map. Marked all the telluric currents, okay? Now the weird thing about Beacon Hills is that it actually is a beacon. You wouldn't believe how much energy throwing through this earth is around this town.
It's in the vault. It's in the same vault. It's void. The plan didn't work. They cut the power.
Go. We can save both of them.
Oh, he's attempting to. Before this, I thought that he would go to Derek. Because when he said that one's going to die, I expected that to happen. I expected one to die. And I thought that, you know, if he went to Derek, his boss was going to die. But now he's going to his boss. I don't think Derek's going to die. So interesting. Unless Scott gets there and it's too late and his boss just dies. It's interesting. Maybe he like saves them both, and then that would be interesting because it's not gone the way Duke Killen thought it was going to go. I like how she's caring for it. Whoa. Oh, the ash. Okay, I understand. I totally understand that there's the ash there and he can't go in, right? But what's stopping him from getting his coat off and just wafting the floor and blowing it away? Or just throwing something that breaks the seal? You know, surely he can stand away and throw something into that location and disrupt the energy flow or whatever it would be. He could get something, he could push it, I don't know, a cupboard, a filing cabinet, anything. Something that slides across and just breaks the seal. Go on, lad. I wonder if he's told him. Someone told him.
Pull them. Pull all of them in.
Who's that last fella? Boyd. Oh. Derek, you didn't kill him. You didn't kill him. Yo, well, that electrocution worked in their advantage.
Make the smart choice.
Mate, they was adamant trying to get Boyd out of this series, weren't they? Who did he piss off in the writing office?
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, mate, honestly.
Didn't know it was a lunar eclipse. I was wondering what that feel like one of us.
What do you think will happen to us on the lunar eclipse? It lasts for hours, you know. I hope it'll make us stronger.
Boy.
Oh, mate, she's killed Boyd and Erica.
You're gonna tell me the story, and you're gonna tell me the truth.
Who's he talking about?
Surprised to see me?
Only surprised it's taken you this long.
Your eyes were red. Every once in a while, a beta can become an alpha without having to steal or take that power.
Is that because he don't want to hurt people and he wants to do things morally?
You knew this would happen.
From the moment I knew you were bitten.
He's like, I'm the captain now.
You're not the only one.
Deucalion isn't after Derek. He's after you.
He keeps using Derek as a smokescreen. Now, it's interesting, you know. He was saying that somebody can't rise above and become an alpha without having to, you know, do the normal standard procedures, either taking an alpha out or being whatever it is that they are. One can simply become one from being morally you know what I mean? Like Scott, he doesn't really want to hurt people, he doesn't attack people, he tries to help everybody, he tries to do the right thing, he doesn't want to be part of Derek's park just to be the sake of be part of a park, you know. He didn't want to join Peter, he didn't want to kill people, he's done all of this. Scott is, you know, if you have to call for a decent wolf, Scott would be a prime example, you know, like, he there, yes, okay, he's transitioned into a wolf before and he's done, you know, he has gone after a few people here and there, but I don't think he's actually attacked them. So he did go after Jackson, and at one point, do you remember when Allison was in the car and his claw got stuck in it? But Derek was there to save him there, you know, stop him. You know, so he had to have a few close calls, but most of the time, and I don't think that he's ever actually gone and actually taken somebody out. So, like, if you're looking for a good example of how a wolf can be integrated and live properly in society quietly, he is a good example. So it's interesting to see that he can rise up. And I knew Deucalion wasn't after Derek. It was obvious he was always after Scott. But Derek's always been that smokescreen. They keep focusing their attention on him. I don't know why they're trying to get Derek to thin his herd out, to be honest. You know, they've done it once here. They've got Boyd, he's dead. Derek didn't kill him. Technically, factually, Derek did. But he didn't go after Boyd. He didn't pick him up. He wasn't the one that dropped him on his claws, you know. So Derek did kill him, but he didn't kill him. She did it. And she also killed Erica, it looked like, from that flashback that they had there. Again, it's really interesting. She's a good scrapper, mate. She don't back down from a fight. She said, I'm coming. And she comes and she has a fight. And currently she's been winning them. So that's what I really like to see. So it's been good. Teacher as well. Kind of like, I don't know, fell for Derek, likes him, wants to date him, whatever's. She's there. She's just seen one of her students get killed. She wasn't that emotional, was she? She wasn't even that like WTF when she seen his face as a wolf. So she's come to terms with it quite quickly. And it's, again, you know, now she's there, all the students are around. Surely I'd be like, mate, all you know about these supernaturals. That's what I'd be saying. But again, very interesting. Can't wait for the next episode. Okay, and that is going to wrap up today's video. Thanks so much for clicking on the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the story and where we are progressing. So we have actually had one member of the pack get killed by Derek. You know, 2 members of his pack have actually been thinned out this season so far, Erica and now Boyd. Now, it looked like Boyd may have killed himself last episode, only to be saved to only be killed in the next one, you know. I don't know who he annoyed in the writer's office, but he is definitely out of this story. Interesting. So Deucalion has been confirmed, well, by Scott's boss, that he's after him. He's also told him that his eyes turn red, and you know, it's a rare occasion, but sometimes somebody can come up and become an alpha differently to how everybody else usually does it. Now, Chris, how smart is he, mate? He's tracking down, he is doing it in the shadows, mate. He is watching this alpha pack, he's marking locations, he's also tracking whoever it is that's committing these murders. He's marked up 12 X's, and there's also been 6 killings. He's kind of guessing or figuring out where a possible body is being placed. Now, how interesting is that? You've got to be so smart to work that out. Police haven't done it, but he has. Alison and Scott had a quite funny encounter when obviously they hid in the closet, and then obviously like she turned around and then he was close to kissing. So it looks like they're possibly going to get back together later on in the season. But again, very interesting. Danny was attacked here, you know. What is that mistletoe? Did we actually get told what it is? I can't physically remember now. I remember it was a plant or something. You know, Scott's boss, he had it in the jar, he pulled it out when Styles was talking to him, and he's like, mate, I'm already telling you something that you already know. Of course he knows, mate. The guy's fully involved in the supernatural world. But again, it's interesting. So 3 killings didn't happen. 2 did. 2 doctors died. This one, he stayed alive. They managed to come successfully get him. So is this ritual still going on? Has one more got to go down? Maybe Scott's mum becomes a target. They said it was healers. She is a healer. She saved Danny, didn't she? You can tell she was buzzing as well, mate. I don't have an MD next to my name. No, you don't, but you're a lifesaver. You're a doctor. You're a nurse. Whatever you want to call it. You're working in a hospital. You are a healer. You're a saver. You're a hero. Every single day you're helping people, so you're the champion. And, you know, one of the twins, I can't remember the names, but he actually thanked Scott again. And it seems like they're getting on well, even though they did come and they did take Boyd out. He told him, didn't he, mate? Derek took one of ours out, we're going to take one of yours out. But in terms of like what you're doing for me and all that, nice one, you know, do appreciate it. Again, very interesting. I thought Isaac got electrocuted as well, you know, like when he was running across it, I thought it was him that was getting electrocuted, but no, he managed to go over and save the teacher. Now, it's funny because when they turned that power on, it seemed like the power shifted and it went on to the alphas, and that is when Boyd actually got took down. So very fascinating with that one. But that girl that Derek was fighting, she's killed 2 of them now, so they're going to definitely be wanting to go after her. I can't wait to watch the next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please smash the like, it really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.